For the second night in a row,
you guys gotta hold it here.
The sound of sirens and gunfire brought terror to Boston. But this would be the breakthrough in the citywide manhunt that followed the murder of a police officer and the bombings at Monday's marathon. One of the FBI suspects, Tsarnaev, was killed, and last night the other, his brother Dzhokhar, was found hiding in a boat at the back of a house in the suburb of Watertown. Residents were moved out of their homes as shots were fired.
Then they said to run, so we started to run, and then we heard the gunshots, and Kevin tackled me to the ground.
Some were close enough to record what happened from inside their homes. That is a lot of gunfire.
Yeah. Sounds about like 20 plus rounds there.
It's very scary, unbelievable.
But after a short standoff, Dzhokhar Tsarnaev was taken into custody.
To those families that lost loved ones or suffered injuries that they'll live with the rest of their lives. For a police officer, a young man starting a career at MIT, and a police officer with the MBTA who almost lost his life, and for neighborhoods that lived in fear for an entire day, we are eternally grateful for the outcome here tonight. We have a suspect in custody.
The shots that started this standoff were fired less than an hour after people were told they could leave their homes. Throughout the day, police and politicians told people to stay off the streets in several of Boston's suburbs, including here in Watertown. Police SWAT teams had scoured the neighbourhoods, entering homes looking for any sign of a teenager accused of being a terrorist.
Whatever hateful agenda drove these men to such heinous acts cannot prevail. Whatever they thought they could ultimately achieve, they've already failed. They failed because the people of Boston refused to be intimidated. They failed because, as Americans, we refuse to be terrorized.
On the streets of Boston, people applauded the police as the manhunt came to an end. A moment of celebration and relief after a week when fear and grief have been the dominant emotions in this city. Chris Buckler, BBC News, Boston.